John, about a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I all right here?
Yeah, you're fine.
Want me
You're
sitting
fine.
here?
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Am I got a microphone on? Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
You want to go through the questions?
I'm sorry?
Hey, you want to give me an idea of what you're going to ask me?
Well,
Just go through what you're going to talk about, because
Why?
if you because I've got a few problems talking about certain things, and if you get onto them, I'll just go on and 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 on. It'll be absolutely unbearable. We'll never get out alive.
Well, look, I was going to ask you about Pyramid.
Pyramid Building Society?
Yeah.
Oh, don't ask me about the Pyramid Building Society.
Why not?
Well, what were you going to ask me about it?
Well, I was just going to ask you why you came out and supported it in February when you told people it was okay.
Oh, don't ask me about that. No, I can't really talk about that because the government actually knew that the thing was in trouble. So I'll get into all sorts of trouble there and I'll just waffle and go on and on and on and on and on. No, don't ask me about that. What else were you going to ask me?
Well, I was going to ask you, when Pyramid fell over, you said you wouldn't support it, and then you turned around and said you would support it.
The turnaround. Don't ask me about the turnaround. Well, you see, the problem is that the Victorian government's all run by factions, and I'm the Premier, but I'm not a member of any of the factions, so that, you know, I got rolled in caucus, frankly. I didn't want to do it. They made me do it. I had to go out and do it. I mean, it's a bit hard for me to speak about that. I'll just go on and on and on and on and on and on. I don't enjoy doing that. I realise it's boring. I don't want to do it.
Well, State Bank I was going to ask you about.
Oh, don't ask me about the losses.
Yeah, VEDC.
We don't even know how much they've lost. I mean, we haven't even got a mechanism in place for finding out what the tax bill is going to be. We just don't know the answer, so don't ask me about that. I can't talk about that. It's impossible.
Well, what about the leadership?
Oh, don't ask me about the leadership. The leadership of the party?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm a member of none of the factions that controls the leadership.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be the leader for very long, am I?
No, not really.
And the bloke who's got the numbers to be the leader, Steve Crabb, doesn't want to be the Premier.
Why not?
Well, why would anybody want to be the Premier of Victoria at the moment?
Well,
I can see his point.
Yeah, so
I'm in a terrible position. He's in a terrible position. Don't bring it up. I'll go on and on and on and on and on and on. Talk a lot of it.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well,
talk about anything else.
Anything else?
Happy to talk about anything else.
Fine.
Absolutely.
We right? Okay.
Yep.
Mr. Cain, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Mr. Cain, thanks for joining us.
Good evening.